Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
Hey everyone, welcome to another Cheapskate Coins video. Another penny box here. We're going to go through and see what's in there. So I did check all of them as normal, and there was no enders in this one, so I just grabbed a roll at random, and we shall see what is in here. So for anybody who has already seen some of our roll hunting videos, you know how we do it. We open the first roll live and see if there's anything interesting in it, and then we'll go through the rest of the box off camera, and then we come back with a wrap-up video. And no matter how good or how bad the box is, I'll come back and show you. So I always go through kind of the things that we look for in these. So obviously we look for the standard things like, you know, we pull out wheat cents, and I've never found an Indian yet in a roll. Hey, I was trying to run off. I've never found an Indian in a roll yet. Well, I mean, other than back when I was a kid, and that used to be a kind of a normal thing. But I always hope that maybe someday I'll score one in a roll. That'd be cool. Obviously we look for, you know, all of the major die varieties. You know, the 69 double die for the 69 San Francisco. Things of that nature. We of course look for anything that's in good enough condition that, you know, it's still, you know, BU or a high AU, and we'll hang on to those. Pretty much anything that's like the, you know, any of the varieties or errors, we'll keep an eye out for. And then 2009s we hang on to as long as they're, you know, in good condition. If they're in really bad condition, we obviously don't keep them. When I do the wrap-ups, I do show you everything that came out of the box for like the 2009s. But typically in a normal box, out of those 2009s, we'll only end up keeping like half of them, because the rest of them are just, you know, they're too damaged, they're too corroded. Oh, we got some interesting color to it. So, you know, we don't hang on to those. 2017 Philadelphia's we hang on to, because, you know, of course, that's the only year that they put the Philadelphia mint mark on the penny, so those already have a premium to them, so we definitely hang on to those. I actually got one of those in some pocket change today while we were out for Valentine's Day. So yeah, this Valentine's Day I'm just starting this. I'm trying to get to it for a bit. So that's the kind of things we look for. And then of course, you know, if we find any, like, you know, Canadians or, you know, any other countries' foreign coins, we hang on to those. Because anybody who knows me or knows our channel knows that we are definitely into the foreign coins. We collect a lot of the foreigns. Nowadays, you know, not in this box, because it's too, you know, this box is too early on. But we're going to be watching for the, you know, the 2020s, because now all the 2020s are starting to get released. So I got to keep an eye out for those and grab them while they're still in good condition. One of the things we still really have never gotten here in our neck of the woods, that I know some people get, is we've never gotten a box and had it be just a box of uncirculated new release coins. It's never happened. The closest we've ever come was we got a box of nickels once, and the video's up for it online or on the channel. And out of all of the rolls of nickels, I think it was, I don't remember the exact number, I think it was something like 28 rolls or something like that, where the You know, they were the new release 2018s, but the rest of the box was, you know, circulated. So that's another one with some cool coloring. That's another thing we hang on to whenever we find one that's got like really, really cool toning on it. We hang on to those. Just because they look neat. But yeah, so I've never had an opportunity where I could say, hey, here's an entire box of brilliant uncirculated, you know, never been opened or touched coins. To be able to say, you know, well, I mean, we could put either the entire box away and just, you know, leave it for 20 years, 30 years. There's a 99, so I'll have to check that one for the wide AM. Right off, it doesn't look like it is, but man, that thing's got a lot of luster on it. So I'll definitely also check that for. That might actually still be a BU. That's probably one somebody pulled out of a mint set not too long ago, because I can't imagine. You know, these older coins, when you find them and they're still brilliant uncirculated, I can't imagine that they managed to be out in circulation for, you know, what would that be, 21 years now, without getting damaged. So that, I figure those are, somebody pulled those out of a mint set and just didn't want the Lincoln cent, so they threw it into circulation. Another one with some cool rainbowy color. Not that I'm sure the camera is probably picking it up, because for some reason I do not have a talent of ever getting coloring to pick up on any of my cameras. I've tried using different contrasting color backgrounds and different light and all that kind of thing, and it just, I don't know, it doesn't work for me. But yeah, so I would never mind if we ever actually got an uncirculated roll, or an uncirculated box rather. You know, especially these days with the quarters, because you get an entire box of, you know, there's still entire unopened boxes of 2019s out there, or now the 2020s. You know, there's a very good chance there might be some of the W's in there, and you get those at the, when they're still BU, you know, those are retailing for, you know, 15 bucks a piece. And one of the things I, you know, was talking to Rick about, that's Rick Snow. If you don't know who he is, go watch my interview with Rick Snow. He's one of the nation's foremost expert. But I was talking to him about him, and you know, he thinks that there's going to come a time later on down the road when the premium on those West Points is going to go back up again. You know, because after a while, a lot of them are going to get beat up in circulation that weren't found yet, and, you know, all that kind of thing. So because of that, the premium is going to go up. So definitely good to hang on to those if you ever find them. Alright, so nothing like super interesting out of this roll. We will go, as I said, we'll go through the rest of the box off camera and see what's in there. Our average for wheats per box is still hovering right around 12 wheats per box. Our record so far was, I'm wanting to say 38 in one box, which, you know, that's, nowadays especially, that's a pretty high number of wheats in a box. So, but we'll come back and do a wrap up and show you everything that we found, and yeah, so you get an idea of, you know, especially if you're new to roll hunting, you get an idea. You know, we like to give an accurate idea of what to expect when you're going to delve into a full box of coins. So, all right, until then. Well, for you guys with the power of editing, it'll be in like, you know, 5 seconds, but till then. Let me get through this thing. Alright, here is the wrap on that box of pennies. Yeah, so on this side, we've got, move that over a little bit. So these are basically like the rainbowy pennies that we pulled out that we just thought the colors on them were really cool. And we like to hang on to those sometimes. So those are the ones we're hanging on to that are those. Alright, these are basically the specimen coins. These are the ones that are, they're still in impeccable good condition. So those will be getting added to rolls. And then here is your 2009 count for that box. So you had 3 early childhoods, you had 4 formative years. As usual, the most is professional life. And then we have 3 of the presidencies. So as you can see, out of 2,500 pennies, that's not a super high count for the 09s. They get 2 Canadians. These were our wheat cents. We only got 6 wheats out of that box. I've noticed lately the wheat count in boxes has been going down. We used to have an average of 12. Now the average is getting closer to like 8. But the oldest one we got, which is cool, is we did get a 1919 plain date. So that was cool. It's always nice to find the oldies. And then we got 2 of the 2017 Philadelphias, which I always pull those out because, of course, that was the only year that they ever put the P mint mark on the pennies. And I'm a West Coaster, so we don't get a lot of those. We get mostly Denver. So anytime I can come across those, I do. So not the greatest box ever. And, I like to show all the boxes, and I've said this in many of the previous coin roll hunting videos. If you ever go and check some of those out. I like to show all the boxes regardless of how good or bad they are, because I want everybody to get an accurate idea of the kind of things to expect if you're going to go through a full penny box. You see some of the channels out there that, they're finding, just error after error and variety after variety, and they're finding all the best everything, and that is not an accurate portrayal of a penny box. Can you get a penny box that's really good? Of course you can, but it's the majority of them, 99% of them, are going to be just like this, very basic. You might get a little higher wheat count here and there, maybe a few more of the really nice ones, but for the most part, this is going to be your average on a standard box of pennies. So I like to give an accurate portrayal of what you're going to find in a penny box. Alright, if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to our channel. We've got our 1,000 sub giveaway coming up. As soon as we can hit that 1,000 sub mark, we got some cool prizes going out. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Just like our previous subscriber giveaways, as soon as we hit 600, well, we've already announced the first prize because that was during the Rick Snow interview. He donated one of his books and signed it, so that's going to be the first 1,000 sub giveaway prize. So at 600 we'll announce the second prize, then at 700 the third, then at 800 the fourth, then at 900 the fifth, or the fifth and final prize, and then of course at 1,000 we'll give it all away. So, and we'll figure out how we're going to do that. We do it different every time, but we'll figure something out for it. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Remember, we do have coin sales live streams every Monday, starting at, can be anywhere between 4 and 5 p.m. Well, I'm going to say Arizona time, because, so figure that out depending on where you're at, because we don't do daylight savings here. So that's every Monday, and then sometimes on Thursdays we also have sales at the same time period. So keep an eye out for those, because we always love to have more people in, even if you don't buy anything. We just like having people come in and hang out and chat, because we do allow chat during the shows. We encourage it, actually, because we like to have fun. We like to keep it a relaxed, fun environment. Alright, check us out on Facebook. Cheapskate Coin Collecting on Facebook. And until the next video, this is Cheapskate Coins, signing out.